Well, hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another rendition of the live version of the Ferret Business Podcast. I am, of course, your host, Yemi the Ferret, and on this episode, I'm just going to kind of talking about a few things, including my addiction to Ebola, and I went to a concert yesterday, and I had some thoughts on Battlefield 5. And whatever else kind of comes up. So, hey, welcome everyone to the live stream of the Ferret Business Podcast. Let me fix something on my screen real quickly. We're going to move the notification box over a little bit because it looks a little off to me. But hey, thanks everyone for coming around. Oh, I think I moved the wrong box. There it goes. So I guess the first thing on the agenda today is the dreaded sickness. For about, let's see, since Tuesday, I've literally felt in pain, and I swear to God I had the same symptoms as freaking Ebola. Like, this shit doesn't even right itself. I mean, I had sore muscles like all around. I was trying to sleep Tuesday night and it just wasn't happening. Like, every position I would go into, it's just like the worst fucking feeling ever. Like, I literally stopped my live stream on Overwatch, and I got up and I went to bed. And I laid down, and I was like, fuck, what happened to me? Yeah, I saw a doctor. He was like, oh, you have a cold. I was like, okay, thanks. But, the Tuesday, it started at, like, it was right when I got home after getting groceries. I got, like, this throat was, like, this burning in the throat, you know what I'm saying? You know how I kind of, I've never been awake. I'm not usually awake when the sore throat starts, and it was like, what the hell? So I was like, oh, maybe it's just a prank. I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up rejuvenated. You know how it is. But hey, here I am on day 3. You know, living and breathing. Let's see. So, let's see. Yesterday was Thursday. Wednesday was the first day, and that was the worst. I mean, like I said, like, I woke up. I was trying to go to sleep all night. I freaking watched Kitchen Nightmares until like midnight. I couldn't. I couldn't go back to sleep on that day. I was watching Kitchen Nightmares until like 1 o'clock. It was awful. Like, the show's not awful, but I was feeling awful, and I know every muscle was just like sore, and I was having dreams of like I was live streaming. Like, I have these dreams a lot now. Like, this is just what happens when I get into something. I'll just dream about it. So like, I'll have dreams of that I'm awake and I'm live streaming. Like, I had a dream on Tuesday night that I was live streaming Civilization 6, and I wasn't saying anything, and people were in the chat talking. And anytime that I would go to talk, I would wake up, because it's like I'm talking in my sleep, and I know that I am talking in my sleep, because when I do actually talk, it's like I'm actually releasing words from my mouth. And so I would wake up and I'd be like, wow, that's the weirdest fucking dreams I have ever had. And yeah, it's been like that for like the past week now, where I'll dream that I'm live streaming, and I'll be like, oh fuck, I haven't said anything in a while. Or I'll be like, wow, I haven't moved my mouse in a while. And then I'll realize I'm in bed, and I'll be like, oh. I don't know. I don't know, like, what that's all about. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever. You cry in your sleep. And I don't think I cry in my sleep. Let's see. So Wednesday comes around, and that's usually my day to, like, Wednesday's, you know, the day to, I do clothes and all that. So I literally haven't gotten to do clothes this entire week. So I've been wearing my t-shirts from concerts and stuff like that, or from this week's concerts that haven't gotten washed yet, which is kind of weird. I know my fiance doesn't like me doing that. But yeah, all day Wednesday I was just on the couch watching Hulu. I couldn't really focus on anything. You're trying to sing once. I know one time when I was a kid, I woke up and went to my parents' room. That's what they told me this. I went to my parents' room and I was washing my hair in my dream, and I was like, "There's no shampoo," and they're like, "Just go back to bed." And I went back to bed apparently. So yeah, Wednesday was like one of those days where it's like I woke up really early because I couldn't go back to sleep. I just went downstairs, I was like on the couch all day, and I had an English muffin, and I couldn't eat anything else the rest of the day. And I was just watching Hulu. Hulu added a bunch of DC animated movies, so that helped a little bit. I rewatched a few that I'd forgotten, and I also watched some of the newer ones that were on there that I didn't get to see, like the Judas Contract, which was, you know, it was okay. Then Thursday, I woke up and I was like, well, I'm feeling a little bit better, but I don't feel better enough to go to work. And then, like, as soon as like 9 o'clock rolled around, it came back. So I was like, oh, get pranked. So that was, let's see, so Thursday, like, I started actually feeling better around 12 o'clock. Like, at 9 it started getting worse. I took some medicine, then it started getting better, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll be able to go to the concert tonight. I'll be able to, you know, because the venue that it's at was at, I guess we're switching to Slayer now. Hold on, let me get my picture up. I've planned ahead this time. Ooh. Look at that. Is that fucking editing skills or what? So, the venue that it's at, it's called Blossom Music Center. Oh my god. Oh, that's gross. It's called Blossom Music Center. It's just it's like, it's got this big pavilion in the middle where the stage is, and then there's like a gated area outside the pavilion, and then there's a giant lawn that is like kind of like bleachers, except it's grass. And you just kind of camp out in the grass and watch the concert from afar, and then people who want to pay the extra money can go, you know, they get the tickets for the pit and the seating. And I hadn't been to a concert, an actual concert at Blossom for a very, very long time. The last time I was at Blossom actually to see a full concert, not just Warped Tour, was Tom Petty, and that was back in 2012. To be quite honest with you, nothing really changed. I think the quality of the camera that's supposed to zoom around and give you a better picture of things on the screens has aged a little bit. But for the most part, it's not that bad. You know, it was packed, and when we got there, we were about an hour and a half late because of construction, of course. That's America for you. But it's not like I really wanted to see the first band, Testament. I don't really like them, and I was like, if we're gonna miss any band, Testament's fine. Hey, what's up, Tiger Z? So we missed Testament, and then we're at the merch stand. I bought the t-shirt, and I also bought some cups that I want to show you in a second. And we hear Behemoth going on, and we're like, alright, we can get there. You know, I mean, it's literally a 2-second walk. Well, there were so many people that it took us 10 minutes to find a seat, an extra 5 minutes to get our stuff ready, and by the time we sat down, they only had 2 songs left. And we were like, oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. So, unfortunately, we missed a lot of Behemoth. I didn't notice how satanic their songs were. But, like, the starting of their last song was just like a monologue of him praising Satan. And I was like, okay. Well, that's what thrash metal is, you know. But they put on a good show from what I saw. I mean, all the bands really did. I didn't see Testament, so I can't talk about them. But all the bands really did. I mean, the light show and stuff like that was fucking fantastic. And the pyrotechnics on Slayer was like, they were like burning upside down crosses, like with the pyrotechnics. It was awesome. And like when there was a pause in the song, the lights would like shut off, and it would be completely dark. It was getting darker by the time Slayer came on, of course. But really, when you're inside that pavilion, I don't think you're getting that full experience. I mean, you're right there, you're seeing it. It's cool. But when you're in the lawn, you can actually see the whole performance, and it was a lot cooler to see that that whole like view. And one of the so after Behemoth was done, it was Anthrax, and Anthrax was added onto the bill late, which was surprising to me because they always go with Slayer. But Anthrax was on, and I didn't notice how many freaking Anthrax songs I knew. Like, I knew a whole shit ton, like Madhouse, Indians, Antisocial, Caught in a Mosh, of course. I think they only played one song that I didn't really know, and I was like, wow, I know a lot of Anthrax songs. It's like I don't really listen to them on the regular either. It's just from video games and stuff like that that I've played that I know them. And I wasn't even expecting them to play Antisocial because that song's kind of poppy, if you know what I mean, if you ever heard the song. But it was a good performance. Anthrax did a really good job. I think they were one of my favorites from the night. They were definitely like number 2. After Anthrax was Lamb of God, which, I mean, they play a really good show, but I think they're like the older songs that they played, like Redneck and hey, what's up, Chronoside? How you doing? But they were playing. They played their biggest song, which is "Laid to Rest." And they played Redneck, but they didn't play them as technical as they usually do. Like it was a little bit off, if you know what I mean. Like their newer songs, they played fantastic. They unfortunately didn't play Ghost Walking, which is my favorite of theirs. But they didn't like play it as well as they do on the albums, and I think it's because it's the older songs. But they still played a good, a good show. It's not like it was awful, but it's definitely, they were like the third on the list for me. Anthrax was second, Lamb of God was third, and Slayer was of course first. Because after after Lamb of God went off, Slayer came on, and they just blew the fucking house away. I mean, the pyrotechnics, like I said, they were burning upside down crosses. I mean, the back, they had 3 different canvases in the back, and they all had like backlight stuff on them. So like the Slayer logo would outline in purple, like that deep purple. Or like there was a skull on there was outlined in like purple, or bluish, however that looks. And it's like, it was really freaking cool. Like everything about the Slayer performance was like awesome. Like they had a few songs. One of them was War, and they had like a plume of smoke coming out on the regular, because whenever the lights would flash, their logo would disappear, because the smoke would cover it, and then the lights would turn off real quickly and you could see the logo again, and then they'd flash again and the logo would be gone. And it was so cool to see that happening. And then they would have lights going across the smoke so you couldn't see the logo anymore, and then they would turn off and the logo would come back and would be that dull purple color. And it was like, it was awesome. Like, it was so fucking cool. And then some of the pyrotechnics actually, as they were playing, like, they shot out in certain angles. So like if they were doing like a dun dun dun, it would be like a boom boom boom. It would do it in a different angle every time they would play a note. And it was just so well choreographed. It was really fucking awesome. And some of them, like the smoke, like the fire was just doing like a circle, like a tornado thing for a little bit every so often. It was really cool. Like it was it was one of the best performances I've seen, and unfortunately, this is their farewell tour. Goodbye, Slayer. But they did a really good performance. We had to leave a little early because one, I didn't want to get stuck in that traffic. I mean, the place was packed. It was sold out, and if you know the music center, Blossom Music Center, it holds at least 5,000 people or more. And we were right by the exit, but I knew that we would still get stuck in that awful traffic, so we decided to leave a little bit early. So we listened to them playing their final song, which was Raining Blood, of course, as we walked out. So, we still got to hear it, but I'm like, if any song to miss, it would be Raining Blood, because it's like, I've heard that song a million times. I don't need to hear them play it live. I know I've heard it live before. All the other songs before that, great. I love listening to the music, but the Raining Blood's like one of those overplayed songs. It's like I don't need to listen to that one specifically. I can move on, and I can say smell you later. So let me show you the cups that I got, because they're pretty cool. There's my kitchen counter reveal, but they were 2 for $10, and I was like, hell yeah. And so one of them's the Tor logo with Slayer on it, and the other one's just a regular Slayer logo. Hey, Chronoside just donated $1. Thank you, sir. That's awesome. That'll help pay for the $40 t-shirt that I bought as well. Thank you so much. Oh. Yeah, thank you, Chronoside. That's awesome. Hold on. Don't choke on your donation. Yeah. So yeah, all the shirts there for every band was like $40 to $45, depending on what size you were. And then Slayer also had signed posters for $100, and I was like, nah, I can't do that. Then they also had these cups, and I was like, I like cups. I use cups. We'll buy the cups. They also had cup holders, which whatever. They had a really cool tank top, but I don't wear tank tops because I don't like to wear tank tops. But it was really cool looking, and they had a lot of cool merch. All the bands did, except for Testament. I'm sorry, I don't like them. But yeah, I thought that it was a great show. It was a great farewell show. You know what I'm saying? And I wish them luck. As much luck as I can give them. Alright, so I don't need that anymore. I don't need this. Well, I might as well talk about the other concert I went to last week, and this is where I think I got sick at. So it kind of ties into the sickness thing. But I'm pretty sure I got sick at the concert last Thursday. Or was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. I got, so it's this really packed venue in Cleveland called the Agora. And we were seeing pretty much the same set of bands that we saw a few months ago in Pittsburgh, which is the Wonder Years, Warriors, Tiger's Jaw, and Tiny Moving Parts. Excuse me one second. So we literally were seeing them again, but it was called the Spring Fling Tour. And there was one extra band or two extra bands on the list, the Front Bottoms and someone else, and I was like, fuck the Front Bottoms, that hippie shit, I don't want to see that shit. I don't even remember who the first band was. We skipped them. So we got pretty much the same lineup as the time before, but this time we were in the front row, like we were on the gate. And it was pretty sweet. Like there was I want to say like 15 people in the front row, before, or no, there had to be about 20 people in the front row just on their phones, and the one dude was simply there for he was literally there for tiny moving parts. He had the hairstyle, he had the shirt, he had the pop socket with the logo on it, and he left midway through Tiger's Jaw, and we were like, I hate Tiger's Jaw, but we're going to the front because the Wonder Years are after Tiger's Jaw. So we got to the we took his spot. He left, and I was like, the front. Oh, get out of here, Vex. The front bottoms are hippie bullshit. So we got up to the front for the Wonder Years, and that was a great show. It wasn't as good as the one in Pittsburgh, because the one in Pittsburgh was like the first stop on the tour, and they played an acoustic set, and they played a lot of extra songs after it. They were supposed to be done, and this time around, we were able to see them front row, but they didn't play all those extra songs, which is, I guess, okay. But I'm pretty sure I got sick from this guy behind me. I was in the front row for Tiger's Jaw. I was behind my fiance, so I was technically in the second row, but I was up front. And this guy behind me, he was really tall. His face was like at my face level. And randomly, through like one of the last songs that they were playing, I hate Tiger's Jaw, by the way. They're fucking hippie bullshit. He did this like wet hot cough right in my face, like the side of my face, right in my eye. And I was like, fuck, I'm fucked. This is how Ebola spreads. And I know I'm saying Ebola a lot, but it's literally because I've fucking researched Ebola this year. Like I read a book about it, and I was online researching it, and of course, this is the way it happens. So I'm pretty sure that guy gave me whatever sickness he was harboring in his freaking Tiger's Jaw loving ass. But I was able to enjoy the show. You know, that didn't dampen the day. What really sucked was, I'm trying to remember, it was, hold on one second. Something came up. Okay. During Tiny Movie parts, like right before they came on, excuse me, like the crowd was like kind of milling around. They come on the stage, and like all of a sudden, I just get like smacked right in my back, right on my back, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this. I got beat up during Tiny Moving Parts. Hey, what's up? Ice Queen? How long ago was this infection cough? It was Saturday. Last Saturday, I think. You know, Ebola works pretty fast. Let's see here. Hold on one second. I just want to see if I can do this without... Oh, an error occurred. Okay. I just want to show you guys something from yesterday's concert. I'm gonna try and... Let me, Fuck. Oh shit, what did I just do? I hate Google Pictures. I hate Google Photos. How do I get to my archived photos? Fuck. Here I am. About the... Here it is, archive. Unarchive, thank you. Because I like... Jesus Christ. Oops. Mother trucker. Yummy, you'd be dead or near it. Okay, one second. Let me get this on Google Drive. Legitimately. And not just... I don't even know what the fuck this is. So, okay, add, upload. I think this is it. There we go. Alright, so we'll let that... Waiting for Wi-Fi. Oh, shit. Turn on my Wi-Fi. I didn't have my fucking Wi-Fi on this whole time. This is a professional podcast where things don't always go as planned. So, yeah, that concert was pretty good. I mean, all the concerts I've gone to this year are pretty good so far. I've been to 3. 2 of them were the same. Next week I'm going to Dance Gavin Dance, so that's gonna be fucking awesome. Their new album dropped last night. I do have thoughts on it, but I'm not all the way through it yet, so I don't want to, like, you know, not, I don't want to, you know how it is. I can't explain it right now. I don't want to give my thoughts on it and then change my thoughts later down the road. So I'd rather have my condensed thoughts for, like, the next live podcast or something like that. Alright. What's next on the agenda? Waiting for this file to upload. So I guess while we're doing that, we'll talk a little bit about your boy, Battlefield 4. Where is it? There it is. That spooked me for a second. Hey, it's Battlefield 5, or V for Vendetta. Hey, thanks. So, Battlefield 5. This is what I expect from this game. Okay, I'm about to go over my expectations for Battlefield 5 because Battlefield 1 missed a lot of things. Even though I wholeheartedly enjoyed the game when it was popular and going good, I think oh jeez, I think there are a few things wrong with Battlefield 1. And I think Battlefield 5 would need to correct these things. One of them, the biggest thing for me was the gun customization is, like, non-existent. Like, there are literally no gun customization options on Battlefield 1. It's all literally just preset gun stuff for you to use. So instead of being able to take off a scope from a rifle, you have to pick a different version of the rifle. And I don't like that. You know, it's all the different guns. It's not just, you know, the one. You know, all the guns you have to do that for. So Battlefield 5, you better put gun customization back on because that was the fun part of Battlefield 4. 3, Bad Company was putting different attachments. I mean, especially 4. 4 had all these attachments, including the flashlight and all that stuff. That those fun things to put on your gun to give you a little bit of an edge, possibly. Hardline took a step back from all that. They took a lot of the customization out, but they still had, you could customize your rifle. In Battlefield 2, there's no customization at all. Besides from maybe putting a skin on your rifle. And I don't like that. I like Battlefield 4 because that gun customization is on point. Alright, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's on point. Let's see if this will open for me now. An error occurred. Please try again later. Thank you so much. Fuck. Well, that might not work at all. I might have to... Fuck, I don't even know. So anyways, also with Battlefield 5, they need to have a competent campaign mode. With Call of Duty taking out the campaign mode from Black Ops 4, there's going to be a void in the first-person shooter market for... for a campaign mode. And like I said in my last one, it's not like I'm counting Black Ops 4 out. I have my fingers crossed that the Battle Royale mode will be a good substitute. But like I said, Call of Duty needs to be thinking forward and not backward. Battle Royale mode's been around for a year or two. You know, Player Battlegrounds Unknown took a ton of Game of the Year awards last year for some reason. And they need to look forward, not backward. They need to find the next big thing, not yesterday's story. And I'm guessing, Fortnite's probably going to stick around. It's free, H1Z1, whatever. It's all free. But they need to, if they're gonna put a battle royale mode in Black Ops 4, they need to, one, make it better than anything that's been put out, or they need to make something different. They need to do something different. You know how Extinction Mode in Ghost was awful? At least they tried something different. In this game, in Black Ops 4, I mean, they are, they're not thinking forward, they're thinking backward. To me personally. But I'm not going to count it out. I'm going to still buy the game because I'm a COD fanboy. Fuck me, right? But Battlefield... the Battlefield games haven't had a strong campaign for a while. Battlefield 1, there's a few levels in the campaign that I liked, but for the most part, it was like, I don't even want to play this, but I played through it. The Blood and Mud campaign, there was 2 really good levels, and then they had 2 stealth levels in there, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is World War I, not a stealth game. And then in the next campaign, it was a plane game, and the levels where you're flying the plane is awesome. And then there's 2 stealth levels. It's like, what am I playing here? A stealth game, or am I playing World War I? So that's kind of how it went. I understand what the Alexandria of Arabia levels, yeah, there's going to be stealth in there because, yes, that was kind of a guerrilla part of the war, but everything else is why? Why do we have stealth levels? So Battlefield 1, the campaign was kind of poopy. And if you look at Battlefield 4, the campaign wasn't much better. It was a mishmash of different ideals and ideas, and it was just kind of boring. Battlefield 3 kind of had the same thing. You're buying Fallout 76 no matter what, so don't feel... I'm buying Fallout 76 too. I'm a big Bethesda fan. I'm a big Bethesda believer. And every single game they put out is usually the highest quality you can get. I mean, I don't think there's one Bethesda game, I can't think of one Bethesda game that I played that I was like, well, this is shit. I've never played a Bethesda game like that. I think the only one that's gotten close, I don't even know. It's I still have the insert from my Fallout 4 disc on my wall. It's not like the load times made me hate the game, But so Battlefield hasn't had a strong campaign mode probably since I'd probably say since Bad Company 2. I mean, I like the campaign in Bad Company 2, but the rest of them have just kind of been it's not amazing, it's nothing special, it's just kind of there. And if any game was going to take out the campaign mode, I was really expecting it to be Battlefield. And the stories that have come out have been saying that instead of a campaign mode, there's going to be a co-op mode that's kind of merging multiplayer and single player or campaign mode. And I was like, just give us co-op. Don't merge. Don't do that. Remember Titanfall 1? Remember how that game merged single player and multiplayer together? Remember how not fun that was? Even though the game was fun, it still was dumb to call it a campaign mode because it's literally I don't even know. Whatever. So yeah, it's excuse me, it's a little... An error occurred. I hate my life, I just want to fucking show this video, of the opening of Slayer. I can't fucking do it. So, another thing that Battlefield, is Battlefield 5 what you're most hyped for at E3? No, I'm more interested to see, anything else from Red Dead Redemption 2. I would like a long gameplay demo of Red Dead Redemption 2. That's one of the things I'm looking for. The game's coming out later this year, and we haven't seen much of anything gameplay related. We've seen a lot of cinematics. We haven't seen gameplay. Black Ops 4, they need to show what this Battle Royale mode is going to be. If they don't show what the Battle Royale mode is going to be, people are going to automatically just keep joining the hate train on it. Battlefield 5, I would love to see some stuff on it. I would love to see the gun customization. I would love to see some gameplay. I'm also looking for the new Metroid game on the Switch. If they don't show, if Nintendo doesn't show anything about Metroid, it's going to be a big letdown. Other things they need to show at E3, definitely Smash Bros. If they don't show anything from Smash Bros, definitely going to be a letdown. Other games I'm looking forward to see at E3. I mean, obviously, Fallout 76. I want to know exactly what we're dealing with here. It looks like the story is going to be a little bit different than most of the Fallout stories, like how you're kind of escaping the vault. You might literally just be walking out of the vault with a group of people who, you know, this was their goal in the long run, right? Let's see. Other things from E3, I mean, I just want to see some new games. You know, I want to be surprised by something. A lot of these E3 press conferences nowadays, they blow their load too early. They go, oh, you know what's coming up in E3? Boom, Red Dead Redemption, and they show a little tiny clip on the PlayStation's, PlayStation YouTube, going, oh, see it, tune in E3, June 12th, 2018. The full trailer. It's like, I understand you're trying to get hype started, but I want to be surprised by something. You know, I don't want to watch a live stream of E3 and go, okay, there's that, okay, there's that. Who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought that? Welcome, Gamerscape. So I want to be surprised. I want to go into it like I did when I was a kid. You know, I want to go into it not knowing what's going to be announced. You know, is there going to be a Mass Effect 3? I don't know. Maybe at this E3 we'll find out. Yeah, definitely way different. Ice Queen. Agreed. So that's all I'm looking for, really. I just want to be surprised by something. I want to be surprised. I want to see that Battle Royale mode from Black Ops 4 in full force. I want to see I don't want to see some shitty, you know, live action stunt tactics. You know, I don't want to see any of that bull. I don't want to see people staying on stage looking at a TV on the ground and pretending to work together. I want to see, you know, people playing the game at E3, sitting down with it, playing the game, playing Battle Royale mode, having live real people play, not fake game testers who work together like robots. Because you look at any of those games that have co-op options in them, anything from games like The Division and Wildlands, all the way to games that are actually good, like, you know, Assassin's Creed Origins. You have, or not Origins. Yeah, maybe, well, wasn't Origins? I don't remember if it was Origins. But, you know, you have these fake game testers who they do everything slow so you can look at the graphics, and they play the game with such precision because they know what they want to do. They've acted this out tons of times before. They talk to each other like they're best buddies, but they're not really. Anthem's another one of those games that's like, I've kind of lost faith in it a little bit, but I'm also still interested in it. You know, I still want to see what they can do. Another game that I would like to see what it actually is about. There's this game that's supposed to be a strategy game, turn-based strategy game, and it's like in the future, and animals are kind of human-like. It's like a turn-based. I forget what it's called. There was a trailer on PlayStation's store. YouTube channel not too long ago, and I forget what it's called right now. And then another game that I'd like to see too is in that same realm. I want to know what the Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to be like. I've never played the first one, and I'm really interested in seeing what this one's all about. Biomutant. I'm kind of interested in that game. I mean, I know it was just a cinematic trailer, and we've gotten burned on cinematic trailers. I mean, if you remember Star Wars Battlefront, the reboot, that was all cinematic trailers at E3, but everyone freaked the fuck out. And I was like, hey, it says cinematic, you know, it says not actual gameplay at the end of that. Did you see that? That's the kind of things you need to be careful of. You know, you could see the best trailer for Battle Royale mode in Black Ops 4, and I'm sorry I keep going back to it. But if it's not actual gameplay, like how they showed in the original trailer for Black Ops 4, It doesn't matter to me. I could see Red Dead Redemption 2 cinematic trailers all day and be like, yeah, it looks good. But until I see gameplay, I'm not going to be convinced. You know, I want to see games being played by real people at E3. Don't give me your fake ass fucking Dance Central people dancing. Here comes a celebrity YouTuber to fuck up his lines. Here's a racing game that no one fucking cares about. And really, it's like, just give me some real actual gameplay. Battlefield 5, give me that goddamn gameplay. Don't give me some fake people talking back and forth on stage going, oh, watch out, there's an enemy to your left. Yeah, roger that, I got him. Okay, now there's a guy on your right. Yeah, I see him, I'll get him. It's like, it's fake. It's all fake. But let's move on. So Battlefield 5, I have good hopes for it. And one of the things that kind of annoys me is I've already seen someone complaining that it's World War II setting. And it's like, you know, Battlefield hasn't been the World War II since the first game, the original fucking game. Yeah, they put out a remaster of the Japanese versus American, you know, multiplayer maps on the PlayStation 3, but we haven't fucking seen this in forever. Can you please give it a fucking chance before you just say, it should be modern combat, it should be the 2142 sequel we all deserve. Give it a fucking chance, please. Like, yeah, sure, I'm not happy it's not Bad Company 3, okay? I'm not happy it's, you know, I wish it was Bad Company 3. All right, I'll be the first person to admit that. But I'm okay with a World War II setting because they haven't done World War II in so long. This will be the first next generation World War II game from Battlefield. It's a first in so long. And you have people bitching and complaining online. And like I was talking about in the last podcast with Black Ops, it's like you have these people who complain. Oh, there's no World War II Battlefield. The first one's the last. You have these people complaining. Finally, Battlefield goes, okay, we'll put out a World War II Battlefield game. And now people are complaining. They're like, oh, it's World War II. We just had a Call of Duty. It's like, so? I don't get people. You know? It's like, I don't get people sometimes. It's like, you can have opinions about things, but when you're judging a game based on, oh, it's World War II, who cares? We haven't had a lot of World War II games in the past few years. You know, we all killed that when we started complaining about it back when Call of Duty was just pushing out World War II games left and right. Remember World at War? Everyone looks back on that game and goes, oh, I love that game. Oh, it's so great. Remember when we were in the thick of it and people were like, oh, I'm so sick of World War II. Oh my God, they should just go to Vietnam, right? Hey, what's up, late to the Fallout and Razor's Edge? Welcome thanks for joining. So yeah, it's like I'm just sick of the most vocal people in the communities, whether it's Call of Duty, Battlefield, any video game you can think of. The most vocal people are the people who have something to complain about, and these people are usually the ones that get a lot of people coming up below them, and they build them up. Don't get me started on. I didn't play State of Decay 2 yet. I'm waiting on it for a sale. I played the first one. I liked the first one. I'm not sure if it's the same, but you know, I would like to see something, you know, for that. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm at my wit's end with people now because, like I was saying in my last one, people shoved the campaign for Call of Duty away. They said, we don't want a campaign mode. We just need multiplayer. Blah blah blah. And finally, when they take out campaign, like everyone's been asking for since, you know, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, you know, whatever else, people have been saying, oh, I don't even play the campaign. I just play multiplayer and zombies. Now they're putting out a game with just multiplayer and zombies, and the world's on fire. It's like you're getting what you asked for. What the fuck? I don't understand. Wait for a sale and a few more patches. Thank you. I will do that. So yeah, it's you know, it's just like no one can be satisfied anymore. And when you do finally do something like, you know, take out the campaign, people complain even more. It's just annoying, you know. And it's not like I'm making this shit up. I've been in the Call of Duty community for a very long time. I've been with Battlefield for a very long time, since the first games. And I've watched and listened to the community going through the whole thing. And it's true. I've been playing multiplayer matches. People talk about how they hate the campaign mode, and they don't play the campaign. They only play multiplayer. You go on forums, people saying how they hate campaign. They don't like the campaign. They just want multiplayer. And now we finally get, you know, multiplayer and zombies mode only. And they actually did a good job with zombies. I mean, they're releasing 3 levels day one. It's like, thumbs up for that. It's usually 1, and usually that 1's not very good. And like I said earlier, they're jumping on the battle royale bandwagon. But you know, I'm gonna wait and see if it's something that's actually worth it. Sure, I'll play it. If it's not, I'll just be playing regular multiplayer. But you can't complain that there's no campaign mode when we are the symptom of this problem. Same thing with Battlefield. You know, it's like people have wanted it to go back to World War II for so long, and now when we're finally getting World War II, oh, it's because Call of Duty did World War II last year. You know, we don't want it anymore because Call of Duty did it. It's like, you know, Battlefield 5 has been in production for probably about 3 or 4 years now. It's not like they just like jumped up out of bed one day like after World War II came out and was like, oh my god, World War II is doing so good. We need to fucking do World War II now. Scrap Bad Company 3, okay? We gotta fucking get World War II out right now. No, that's not what happened. They've obviously been planning it for a while, you know? I'm at my wit's end with people now. You can't satisfy them anymore. And then it's usually the people who are the most vocal in the communities, too. They just complain and complain. And I feel like I've retouched on a lot of things from my last podcast about Call of Duty and stuff like that. So I think that about wraps up today's episode. Oh, fuck. The video's still not working. Open with... How do I download this? Hold on, let me download this to my computer real quickly. I'll, yes, thank you. Scan for viruses. Fans ruin things they love. And that kind of leads me to Mass Effect 3. I have a lot of opinions about that game, and people wanted a specific ending on that one, and they expected a specific ending or something like that. And of course, the ending wasn't good. You know, I'm not going to say the ending was good, but I think people forget that leading up to that ending, there was a lot of there was a lot of loose ends that were tied up. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on 1 second, everyone. Sorry about this. Hello? Yeah, just give me a second. Oh fuck, I didn't mute my microphone. That's awesome. All right, so I finally got the video here. It probably looks like shit. Yeah, of course. Let me minimize it. Maybe it's too big. No, I want to minimize it. No. All right, hold on. Let me see if... Ooh, this will be like the last thing. So this is from yesterday. man. It looks like shit. Alright, hold on. Oh, I guess it doesn't look like shit. You can kind of see how the fog's in front of the logo here. Got the pyrotechnics going on. And Slayer is actually on the front. There's another one in the front of it. And then they're going to blind us with light in a second. And, of course, that guy fucking stands up in front as soon as, like, the big reveal comes. And that was the end of the video. But there was even more of this kind of stuff, you know, later on. Like, after that first initial curtain fell, they would plume up the smoke. And then they would have, like, the lights flash, and you couldn't see the logo anymore. And then the lights would turn off, and then the logo, you can kind of see how it's purple there. It's purple and greenish because of the backlights. That was, like, how, like, it looked when it was completely pitch black. What generation? The 90s, I believe. It's early thrash metal. So, I'll be right back. Actually, no, I'm gonna just end it right here. I'm still not feeling up to par, but I'm feeling well enough that I think I might do another live stream either later or tomorrow. But thanks everyone for coming by and watching. Thank you, Crotoside, for the donation. Hey, Maz. Sorry, we're wrapping it up here. Sorry about that. It seems to always happen. But hey, I hope everyone enjoyed. Sorry, I sound like an Ebola patient. And yeah, once again, I'm Yummy the Ferret, the host of the Ferret Business Podcast on Tuesdays and Fridays, and live whenever I fucking feel like it. So hey, thanks to everyone for showing up. Once again, the things I went over in this episode: being sick, concerts I went to, Slayer, and some Battlefield 5, Black Ops 4, and E3 stuff. So hey, thanks everyone for coming around, and I hope to see you in the next live stream, which is probably going to either be later today or tomorrow. Ciao.